Hi everybody, I'm Louisa Nicola. I'm so excited to tell you a bit about myself, about my life and what I do and why I decided to join this amazing company, FITLIGHT. So I'm going to be answering a series of questions so you guys get to know me a bit better. So number one, I was born and raised in Newcastle, New South Wales in Australia. My nickname, which has been, I think it's been carried on for like the last 10 years when I started my company, is the Diamond Boss. I even have a diamond tattoo on me. So I've been in the industry now for around 10 years. I was a professional athlete. I competed at a very high level for Australia. I was a triathlete, so that's swim, bike, run. And I guess that's where I believe I started this whole journey, because getting into mental performance coaching for elite athletes and CEOs, I think, you have to have been there and done that. So that's where I started, and the company now has been running for almost 5 to 6 years. So when I was a athlete, I was in my internship. So what was my favorite pastime activity? Growing up in Australia, we were surrounded by water, and I was at the ocean almost every day. I was an avid surfer. So when I look back into my pastime and my favorite activities growing up, I would always remember my family taking me to the beach, setting up picnics, and just me going out from sunrise to sunset, just swimming in the ocean. And living in New York City, I don't have the privilege of going there, so I always think back to that time. It's like one of my most favorite memories, sitting at the beach, surfing, and just waiting for the sun to go down. If you had the ability to work with any professional or celebrity, who would it be and why? Okay, this is a really easy question for me. The number one celebrity and person in the whole wide world that I would love to work with is Jennifer Lopez. I've been following Jennifer Lopez now since the age of 9. She's my idol. I can't explain why I picked her, but at the age of 9, it has been my sole mission in life to work with her. And at the age of 9, I didn't know how I wanted to work with her, but I do know that she performs like an athlete. She's an incredible entertainer. I've followed her around the world, watching her, listening to her, and I hope one day that I will be able to train her in some way, or even go on tour with her and her team and be the mental coach for them. So that is probably my ultimate goal. What move is your go-to FITLIGHT workout? So I have a lot of routines when it comes to FITLIGHT training, and my go-to training would definitely be in the priming stage of any session. So we train our athletes, and I would say our clients, for around 45 to 75 minutes. And a really big process of the Neuro Athletic model is priming the athlete via the FITLIGHTs, which is why we love them so much. So we normally get, and this is not inclusive in the actual program itself, but we usually get all of our athletes to go through a 15-minute brain priming test with the FITLIGHTs, and that's usually doing some hand-eye coordination work. Okay, so my favorite routine and exercise that I do with the FITLIGHTs is a vision and reaction training. Now, I've written everything down, so I'm going to show you guys like what I mean and how we use this. So we believe that vision and eyesight are two different things, and using FITLIGHTs, especially with our NFL players, has afforded us the ability to be able to train not only their vision and their reaction times, but also we like to look at peripheral vision and speed, and that's something that's a huge component when it comes to NFL athletes. And don't get me wrong, we can use these vision and training drills the exact same way that with corporate athletes, with entertainers, with actors, with everyone, just the same way as we do with athletes. But for this one, I'm going to actually break down how we use the drill, when we use it, and I'm going to refer to our client as an athlete. So drills to improve vision. The red light goes off, we want them to jump over the hurdle. When the blue light goes off, we want them to do a burpee. You can, mix and match these exercises. These are just ones for an example. And you have a 5 to 10 second delay, and with every rep that you do, you record the reaction time and the hit and miss over a 1 to 2 minute period. And the awesome thing with FITLIGHT is you can actually go back into your history and save all of the results. Every client, you can say, well, for example, John, last week your reaction time was 0.2 or 0.7, and this week we want to try and work and keep your reaction time at 0.5. But you always want to go less and less, because that way they're improving, and you can show them how they're improving. And you can also see over the if it's over 2 minutes, over 10 minutes, over 5 minutes, you can actually see if they're starting to fatigue mentally, because they may be producing 0.2 of a second of the reaction time, and then 3 minutes into it they may be performing 0.7. So you know that that's natural mental fatigue. So it's a really great routine that we use almost in every session. So question 4. What strategies do you use to keep your clients motivated throughout their sessions to push through achieving their fitness goals? So let me start by saying that all of the people that come onto the Neuro Athletics books, all of our clients are motivated in some way, and I know you are too, because that's why you're watching this. But for somebody to keep motivated, we believe that motivation isn't something that you have, it's something that you generate. And I stick to that philosophy, meaning that you can't just wake up and have motivation. You have to generate it. And how do I generate motivation with all of my athletes is I get them to be competitive. I always state the outcome of each session. I don't just go in and say, okay, let's free ball. I always tell them, we need an outcome. I need you to hit this reaction time. I need you to hit this speed. I need you to hit this. And with every outcome, they have it in their heads and they're competitive. They want to do it. And just because FITLIGHT is so exciting, there's over a million different things that you can do with FITLIGHTs, especially when you incorporate it with other tools and pieces of equipment in the gym. It's fun, it's exciting, and I'm almost I get to my 75 minutes and it's like we were only doing it for 10 minutes, so it goes really fast. So I would say the key to motivating all of my clients is keeping it fun, exciting, and competitive. Last but not least, this is a question I missed out. My secret skill. I would say that my secret skill is cooking. I'm Greek, my heritage is Greek. Now, at the age of 12, my mother and my grandmother taught me how to cook, and my father used to actually say to me, I was about 13, 14, he used to say, you need to start cooking for the family. And at that age I did, and so now, all through my 20s, I was learning how to cook. Now I cook like brain food specific treats. I cook like beautiful meals. It's something that I love. I find cooking very therapeutic. I find it a skill because I know that you can't, with great cooking, I believe you don't just follow a recipe, you have to feel it, and you have to know food, you have to be able to really be in that space, and I feel that that's a hidden skill that I have.